Hi, this is Dr. Gold, and welcome to Introduction to Entrepreneurship. Throughout the semester, I'll be doing a couple of these videos to help reinforce some of the content that we're covering over the course of the semester, as well as to provide you with some instructions on how to get certain things set up that you need to use during the course. The first video here is going to go through how to get yourself set up with a Lean Canvas account through a website called Canvanizer.com. This is something that you must do during week 2 of the course, and I'll kind of talk you through how to go about doing that right now. What you do is you go into the Learning Modules section, which you've already been into because by the time you're seeing this video, we've already completed week 1 and the assignments related to week 1. In week 2, if you click on that, you'll see that the first assignment is related to the business model canvas and Lean Canvas with some instruction and content about what the business model canvas is, what the Lean Canvas is, why we use these tools, what a hypothesis is, and so on and so forth. Boiled down, the reason that we use these tools and why it's important that you get this done early in the semester is these are the tools that are used to validate or invalidate the various business model assumptions that we have about our business. This is the main tool that will be used to allow you to be able to complete this project over here, which is the feasibility plan project, which of course is going to have a lot of written content, but the canvas that you'll be using will provide information and resources to help you to complete that project. So how do you get the canvas set up? What does it look like? And what do you do with it once you get the account set up? If you scroll down, you'll see a link here under number 2, and there's many different steps. There's basically 3 tasks that you have to complete for this assignment. But number 2 says to log into Canvanizer and create an account. So let's do that right now by clicking on that link and then going out to the Canvas website. You'll know you're at the right page when it says create a new Lean Canvas at the top. And to do that, excuse me, you have to just create a title, put your email address in, and the code that appears to the right of this box. So I'll put in the title for one of the businesses that I'm working on, which is Professors Pay Professors. And I'll put my email address, and then I'll put in the code. Now once you do this, you'll see on the next page when you click Start Canvanizing that you have 2 links. One is to an editable link, which means if you click on that, you can edit and populate the canvas with the different assumptions that you have about your business. And then you have a read-only link here, which is used if you want to share the canvas with somebody, but you don't want to let them make changes to it. For example, you'll be sending to me during week 2 the read-only link to your canvas, so I can make sure that you've created the account and have started to use it based upon the instruction from this video. So let's go to the editable link by clicking on that. It'll bring you to a blank canvas, and you'll see here the name of the business that I'm working on here, and a bunch of different blank boxes here, which are called building blocks. These are the core building blocks that will relate to the different business model assumptions that we all have. And just so we're clear, business model assumptions are assumptions we have about our business. For example, who we think our customer is, whether or not the problem that we're trying to solve is a severe enough problem where people are willing to pay for some sort of solution. Channels over here will be how we think we're going to reach our customers. The unique value proposition, or UVP, is why should somebody care about what it is we're doing? How are we going to provide and deliver value to the customers? Solutions, obviously the solution. How are we going to measure the progress of our business model development would be under key metrics, like what are we going to look at to measure whether or not we're on the right track or wrong track. And then of course at the bottom of the canvas here you'll notice is cost structure and revenue streams. Obviously for any business to be a viable business, revenues must be greater than the costs. If revenues are less than the costs, that's a business that is doomed to fail. Do many startup businesses have higher costs than they do revenues? Yes. I've been involved in many startups, and many of them during the initial stages were spending more money than they were earning. In some cases, that pattern continued, and those businesses that I was involved in failed miserably, which was a really painful experience for me. But then I had situations where the revenue started to pick up, and it started to exceed the cost structure of my businesses, and those businesses did well. The reason these are at the bottom of the canvas is because this is the two elements that really support any business. You know, if that's not working, that bottom part, if revenues do not ultimately exceed the costs, if sales of your products or services do not exceed the costs of operating your business is simply going to go out of business. If you're not sure what some of these things are, and I think you are just based upon the words that are used, you can mouse over the question mark next to the particular building block. So here, cost structure, if you mouse over it, it says customer acquisition costs, distribution costs, hosting, and so on. Customer acquisition costs we'll cover later on in the semester, but these are basically the general costs associated with running a business, and all businesses have different cost structures. So let's put some business model assumptions on here and then see how we go about saving that and using it in Blackboard. So for example, the problem, I'll click on Insert, and I'll put problem number 1. Professors need more content to offer to students. And then I will add that post-it note by hitting Enter. I hit Close. Whoops, that didn't work. Oh, there we go. All right, so let me try that again. Problem number 1, professors need more content for students, and then I hit Save. When I hit Save, it puts like a little post-it note underneath the problem section. And what I would do is initially leave it yellow, which means that you haven't yet validated that as an actual problem. You'll need to go do research in order to validate that. And then you could put another problem up here by clicking on Insert again. And I could say another problem is professors have limited time to prepare lessons. And then I click Save there. That, I believe, is another problem. So the business model that I'm working on will hopefully help save time for professors and provide them with rich content to provide to their students. The customers that I'm looking to target would be community college educators, 4-year university educators, and continuing education, which is essentially like non-credit educators. So I've got some business model assumptions here. Put a couple of revenue streams. One will be advertising. Another will be subscriptions. And a third will be if you're a teacher and you post your content and you sell it, this business will collect a transaction fee, a percentage of that transaction between one professor and another. So once you've put some business model assumptions, and for week one, what I basically want you to do is at least put who you think your customer is, what the value is that you think you're delivering, what the problem is, what your solution is. You can leave the other ones blank for now and work on that during the rest of the semester. Once you're done with that, you can go over here where it says Share Canvas up on the top. And when you click on Share Canvas, you can get the Canvas links, which is where we were earlier. And you'll see here, Read Only is highlighted. Now, if I copy that and I open up a new web browser window and I pop it in there, you'll see that my Canvas will come up and I can't edit it. I can't do anything. I'm clicking all over the place. I can only see what it was I did. So what you'll do is you'll copy this link and put it into Blackboard as part of your week 2 assignment 1 assignment that you'll be working on. So you'll copy this, you'll go back to Blackboard here, and when I go to the student view, it'll look sort of like this. This is what you'll be seeing. So you go to Learning Modules, Week 2, you click on Week 1 assignment, and then in here you're going to either write up a submission through Blackboard or preferably in Microsoft Word. If I put it in here, you'd say, here is my link, whoops, here is my link to Canvanizer, and then you paste in the link from the website I was just using, and then you would type in the rest of your assignment related to the information outlined in assignment number 1 for week 2. And again, creating the Canvanizer account is just one task that you need to complete for this assignment. You do have to watch videos, you do have to read this article, and you do have to answer these questions to complete assignment number 1 in week 2. So that's the video for today. I hope you understood what it was we were trying to do in terms of getting the Canvas account set up. You can always rewind this video, listen to all of my mistakes that I made, my typing errors, my pauses in my lecture to you, and you can have lots of fun making fun of me, and then hopefully use the video to actually get the Canvas set up. It is a really powerful tool. I know it seems sort of foreign to many of you right now, but this is where the field of entrepreneurship is today. It's a much more scientific field. It's not, what you might have embedded in your mind as something where, you go to college or you work out of a garage, you build some product, and then voila, you're a gazillionaire. Yes, there are stories of that, like Mark Zuckerberg from Facebook and Bill Gates from Microsoft and so on. But those folks are actually like the lottery winners of entrepreneurship. The reality is most entrepreneurs are not, multi-billionaires. They're extremely hardworking individuals that are providing a needed service to a specific target audience. And it's a very, very hard and difficult undertaking. What the Canvas does for us is it allows us to vet the ideas we have in our mind before we actually go into business, so we don't end up going into business producing and trying to sell a product and or service that nobody ever wanted to begin with. The Canvas avoids that from happening, and I think you'll find great value in it.